250 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs walked the Earth, our planet faced its greatest crisis. It wasn't a massive asteroid, nor an alien invasion. It was something far more terrifying. Earth itself turned against life. Volcanoes erupted for hundreds of thousands of years, oceans lost their oxygen, skies turned toxic, and over 90% of all life vanished. This was the Great Dying, the Permian-Triassic Extinction event, the worst extinction in Earth's history. But what caused it? And how did life come back from the brink? Today, we dive deep into the prehistoric past to uncover the truth behind the planet's greatest catastrophe. To understand the Great Dying, we must first understand the world it destroyed. Stretching nearly pole to pole, it created vast deserts inland and limited ocean circulation along its coasts. Forests covered much of the land, including towering lycophytes, seed ferns, and conifer trees. Strange creatures roamed this landscape: Dimetrodon, the sail-backed apex predator, dicynodonts, tusked plant-eaters, and the ancestors of modern mammals. In the oceans, life thrived in coral reefs and shallow seas. There were ammonites, brachiopods, trilobites, and massive predatory fish. Life was complex, successful, and flourishing. But that was all about to change. At the end of the Permian, something stirred deep beneath the Earth's crust. In what is now Siberia, massive volcanic eruptions began, not for days or months, but for hundreds of thousands of years. This region is known today as the Siberian Traps, an area still covered by layers of ancient basalt over 7 million square kilometers. The sheer scale of these eruptions is hard to imagine. Millions of cubic kilometers of lava spilled out, releasing enormous amounts of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, primarily carbon dioxide, CO2, and methane, CH4. This triggered a runaway greenhouse effect. Temperatures soared, the oceans grew warmer, and everything began to unravel. With carbon dioxide levels rising, global temperatures increased by 8 to 10 degrees Celsius, 14 to 18 degrees Fahrenheit. Rainfall patterns changed. Inland deserts expanded, wildfires raged. But the most devastating changes were in the oceans. As temperatures rose, oxygen levels dropped. The oceans became anoxic, lifeless zones spread through deep waters. Without oxygen, marine life suffocated, and worse, the warming allowed ancient microbes to thrive. They began producing hydrogen sulfide, a poisonous gas that seeped into the atmosphere. The skies themselves turned toxic. Acid rain fell. In this new, hostile world, ecosystems collapsed, one after the other. By the time the catastrophe ended, over 90% of marine species and 70% of terrestrial vertebrates had gone extinct. Whole groups of animals vanished forever. Trilobites, after surviving for hundreds of millions of years, disappeared completely. Coral reefs collapsed and would take millions of years to recover. Glossopteris forests wiped out. Large amphibians and early reptiles gone. Even insects suffered massive losses, the only mass extinction where they were significantly affected. It was a total biosphere collapse. Not just the loss of species, but the entire functioning of ecosystems. Food chains, carbon cycles, habitats, all broken. So what exactly caused the Great Dying? There are several leading theories, and many may have worked together. Siberian Traps volcanism, the main culprit. These eruptions released enough CO2 to warm the planet drastically. The lava also baked coal beds, releasing methane, a greenhouse gas 80 times more potent than CO2. Ocean anoxia. As water warmed, it lost oxygen. dead zones formed, microbial blooms increased and produced toxic hydrogen sulfide, which may have even damaged the ozone layer, increasing deadly UV radiation. Methane clathrate release under the seafloor, frozen methane may have destabilized, causing a methane burp, a sudden and massive warming pulse. Asteroid impact. Unlike the dinosaur-killing asteroid, no clear impact crater has been found for this event. But some evidence suggests a possible small impact occurred that may have worsened the crisis. Ultimately, it was likely a perfect storm. Long-term climate change, toxic gas release, ecosystem stress, and collapsing food chains. After the Great Dying, Earth was nearly silent. Forests were gone, deserts expanded, the oceans were still, lifeless. It took millions of years for life to recover. The early Triassic period was a harsh world. Few species survived. The so-called disaster taxa, hardy, opportunistic life forms like Lystrosaurus, which made up over 90% of all land vertebrates at one point. But evolution never sleeps. From the ashes, new life forms arose. The early ancestors of dinosaurs and mammals first emerged in this era, setting the stage for future worlds. It would take nearly 10 million years before ecosystems fully recovered. Coral reefs wouldn't reappear for over 100 million years. The Great Dying was the worst extinction in history, but it wasn't the only one. Earth has experienced 5 mass extinctions, and we may be living through a 6th right now. Deforestation, climate change, ocean acidification. Many of the same symptoms that appeared 250 million years ago are reappearing today. The fossil record doesn't lie. It warns us, if we disrupt Earth's systems too far, life can collapse. But it also offers hope. Life is incredibly resilient. From total collapse, evolution finds a way to adapt, evolve, and thrive once more. The question is, will we learn from the past in time? The Permian-Triassic Extinction, the Great Dying, is a story of loss and of rebirth. It reminds us of how fragile yet powerful Earth's biosphere is, and though it wiped out almost everything, it cleared the stage for new life to rise, including, eventually, us. So the next time you walk through a forest, swim in the ocean, or gaze at the stars, remember, we are survivors of Earth's greatest trial. Let's make sure we don't cause the next one. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this journey through deep time, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more amazing science documentaries. Drop a comment below. What prehistoric extinction should we cover next?